What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? For some reason, I felt called to come back on. So I'm here. What's up, y'all? What's up? I am back at it like a addict. You feel me? Yeah, man. I like your piercings. Thank you. What's up, though? What y'all working with? Um, this This is the book that I'm about to start really getting into. It's called Habit. Why we do what we do in life and business. Kind of just want to get my habits up to par. You know, your habits is what really, like, at the end of the day, your habits is what's really going to create success. Period. It's really what's going to create success. What do you do on the consistent basis? You feel me? What are your routines? What are you into? What are you focused on? Are you being consistent? Are you being disciplined? You feel me? Are you being disciplined? I have so many books. You know what? That's what I should do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go live right now. Oh, I am live. So I am already live, but what I'm gonna do is I'm going to show y'all what books I am reading. And I'm also going to, let me just show y'all what books I'm reading. Okay? So we might as well. Oh, I should start going live from here. It's lit right here. This look cool. All right, cool. So we're going to talk about, I am live. Okay, so we're going to talk about my books, right? Hold on. Let me get a little bit closer. I'm just pulling the charger closer so y'all can see. All right. So here we go. We finna talk about the books that I am reading, okay? The books that I am reading. All right, so first of all, I have a few books over there, but we're going to start with this. All right? Okay, cool. So, first of all, I really encourage people. I need to get back to it. I learned, though. I really do encourage people to start learning chess, because chess really does help strengthen your brain, help strengthen the psychology, help strengthen the way that you think, allowing you to think steps ahead. Like, I just feel like, honestly and truly, like, if y'all trying to defeat darkness or, be one with the light, I really feel like you gotta figure out what your enemies are doing. Like, what are they doing? So you are just as smart as them, right? Honestly, I started learning how to play chess after I watched The Queen's Gambit. And I got this after The Queen's Gambit. Because I was so intrigued with the whole, like, I'm a very mental person, a very, like, if you are able to stimulate my mind on an intellectual level, like, we friends. I love mental stimulation. So when I saw that, I was like, ooh, okay, mental stimulation. But, all right, here we go. All right, so not everything I have read, but I'm just going to show you what I have here, okay? So, the first book that I'm going to pull out is Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich. First of all, this was one of the first books that ever taught me about manifestation. I'm pretty sure it's the same with y'all. Everybody should definitely have read this book. Thank you, Eval. I don't know how to say your name. But everybody needs to read this book, Think and Grow Rich. I'm gonna even go in here and speak about some. Ooh, I freaking ripped this. I wrote all over this book. You know what? Let's dig a little bit. The ADHD kicking in. I don't know. Okay. First of all, the first line already goes hard. It says, "Truly, thoughts are things, and powerful things at that. When they are mixed with a definite of purpose, persistence, and a burning desire for their translation into riches or other material objects." Woo! Let's see, what's some things. I started reading this book when I was in about, ninth or 10th grade? Right? This book is so dope. Like, what's it called? I'm just getting in here. This book is called Think and Grow Rich. I'm starting with the basics first before we really start getting deep, but so I wanted to get some stuff out of here. So Oh, so look, here's an affirmation that you. I'm in Florida. Here's an affirmation that you can say. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I'm reading this right. Yeah, so look, it's a statement that you can say. When riches begin to come, they come so quickly in such great abundance that one wonders where they have been hiding during all those lean years. And then it said, this is an astounding statement. Right? So, anyways, basically, I've read this book so many different times. I've read this book. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Right? You say you taking notes? If you taking notes, okay then. Look, hold on. Before we can accumulate in great abundance our riches, we must magnetize our minds with the intense desire for riches that we must become money conscious. Until the desire for money drives us to create definite plans for acquiring it. And this literally means that when you set your mind on this is what I am, this is what I do, this is what I have, your mind has no choice. Your mind has no choice but to make it reality. You hear me? Man, it's crazy how well. If you do not see great riches in your imagination, you will never see them in your bank balance. Period. If you do not see great riches in your imagination, you will never see them in your bank balance. You have to imagine it. Go on Google and look up pictures of bank accounts with $1 million if that's what you want, right? Money conscious means that the mind has become so thoroughly saturated with the desire for money that one can see oneself already in possession of it. Sounds like law of assumption to me. Sounds like law of assumption. In planning to acquire your share of the riches, let no one influence you to scorn the dreamer. To win the big stakes in this changed world, you must catch the spirit of the great pioneers of the past, whose dreams have given to civilization all that it has of value. The spirit which serves as the lifeblood of our own country, your opportunity in mind, to develop and market our talents. Literally saying, don't let nobody sit here and tell you that, oh, your dream is ridiculous. Your dream is stupid. Your dream is, because everything is impossible until somebody makes it possible. Period. Everything is impossible until someone makes it possible. Right? So boom. This is Think and Grow Rich. This is Think and Grow Rich, right? Most of these books right here that I'm about to show you in the beginning are books that I started reading in high school. Right? High school. This live just started. So next book that I want to talk about is How to Win Friends and Influence People. I got this book in about 10th grade also. Mind you, so this shows you. I got these books in 10th grade, right? In 10th grade, I'm about 15, 16. I'm 21 right now. I've been studying this stuff. Right? So How to Win Friends and Influence People basically teaches you what it says: how to win friends and influence people, how to communicate in work areas, how to communicate in relationships, how to communicate to get what you want, how to communicate to influence people. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know, sometimes, and I'm a Libra. So you got to understand that as a Libra, I'm already known to basically, if I'm in a networking setting, I can work the room. I can talk to people. I can relate to people. I can make people feel good. You know what I'm saying? To just have that charm to you when you're moving around, that literally adds on to your aura, adds on to the way you communicate. It allows you to be welcoming to others. You always wonder, right? Like people get to my energy and automatically want to tell me everything that happens in their life. Why? Because my energy is open. I give my energy to open energy so you can talk to me. Right? I need to understand how to communicate with people if I plan on helping people. I need to be able to communicate with people if I plan on inspiring people. I need to be able to communicate with people or understand healthy ways of communication in order to teach people. A lot of people say, how do you talk so well? How do you articulate so well? Well, this is how. How do you do poetry so well? How do you write songs so well? This is how. You have to work on yourself. Everything that you want takes some kind of work on yourself. So what kind of work are you going to put into yourself to really achieve your dreams, right? Because me, okay, I said, this is a whole TED Talk. So I said, okay, cool. And I've always, what's crazy? My dream is to do a TED Talk. And my thing is that I've always said that I was going to be famous. I've always said that I was going to be a famous musician, all of these things, right? So what did I do to prepare myself for that? And I'm still on that preparation. But what do I do to prepare yourself? You have to prepare yourself for your manifestation. You have to prepare yourself. So how have I been preparing myself? I've been learning about communication, been learning about human nature, been learning about psychology, been learning about marketing, been learning about fashion, been learning about communication, like I said, been learning about, healing. Because if my goal is to be at a global scale to help people, I need to know how to actually help people. You feel me? Learn from the therapist. Yeah, I learned from the therapist. I learned psychology. Because guess what? A psychologist, a therapist can help you figure out what's going on. A therapist can listen to you well, right? So I learned from these people because I know that these are type of skills that I want to put in myself. Right? So this is why, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. Stix's TED Talks. That's what I'm going to start doing that. Stix's, yep. So let's go through some stuff in this book, right? So this is How to Win Friends and Influence People. Is that a bed? No. So there's sunlight. Let me see. Nah. You distracted. I can't even move it. It's sunlight up there. The sunlight comes in. So because I wanted to stay dark in the studio, you see I have LED lights. I try to block out the light. But, yeah, man, y'all be all right. Y'all in my business. Dang, get out of my business. Maybe it was a bed up there. Ain't that cool? Instead of condemning people, let's try to understand them. Let's try to figure out why they do what they do. That's a lot more profitable and intriguing than criticism. And it breeds sympathy, tolerance, and kindness. To know all is to forgive all. God himself, sir, does not propose to judge man until the end of his days. Why should I or you? You feel me? So it's literally saying, like, the next time that you, like, one thing that I learned from actors is the next time you want to judge somebody, really ask yourself, if you was put in every single situation that person was put in. I'm not Christian. If you were put in every single situation that person was put in, don't you think you would understand why that person would make those decisions? Right? Okay, cool. Now that doesn't mean that everybody should be, like, oh, like, I understand or whatever, but like, you need to really understand some people get envious because they're insecure. And once you look at people for truly what they're dealing with in their trauma, you start to just not even really get mad. You just be like, you know what? Whatever trauma you went through, that was you. So I can't even be mad at that. I can't even take that personal. You're insecure because, maybe when you were a child, you didn't have anybody to validate you. Or maybe you saw your parents not get validated. So you got to really understand, like, you never know what some people been through that caused them to feel that way. That don't mean you allow them to act the way they're acting, but like that should give you reason to not let it sit on your heart. You get what I'm saying? I hope y'all get what I'm saying. See? Don't criticize them. They are just what we would be under similar circumstances. Sure. Yeah, man, so that is How to Win Friends and Influence People, okay? All right. Let's see, what else I want to talk about? I like this book right here. The Four Agreements, right? The Four Agreements is a beautiful book. Now, the reason why the Four Agreements is a beautiful book is because of the things that it teaches, first of all, right? So I have the smaller version, meaning like straight to the point, all of that, right? So this one, first thing that it says, right? I'm just going to go through, I'm just going to use the contents to basically explain, right? So ready? The first one, it says, literally, well, let me talk about the ones that I feel, I said beautiful book 5 times. Let me talk about the ones that I feel really called to, right? Don't take anything personal. And let me give you an example of this, okay? Somebody doesn't text you back. You decide to feel like it's personal. Why? Why? If you know you did nothing wrong. If you know you did nothing wrong. I love you too. I love you too. If you know you did nothing wrong, why let it bother you? Why think that it's personal? Right? Because think about it. If somebody does have a problem with you and you know you did nothing wrong, so what does that mean? That means that is a their issue. That is a them issue. Sounds like a personal problem to me, bro. Period. Somebody say, oh, I feel like you just be trying to steal my boyfriend. And then you like, bro, got my own man, got my, you know what I'm saying? So then you know, oh, you insecure. That's your own issue. That's your personal problem. Big boo, big boo, big dog, big boo. Right? So it's like, okay, do you have to dress? No, you don't have to dress spiritual, right? But you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, that's definitely a you issue because you coming at me and I know I don't do nothing wrong. That's why it's important to listen. That's why it's important to know yourself, because no matter what, when you know that you didn't do nothing wrong, when you know you was literally not trying to hurt nobody, you're not going to allow yourself to be manipulated by other people who are trying to make you believe that. Because a lot of people will try to like make you believe that it was your fault so they can get away with it. But when you know yourself, you know you wasn't trying to do nothing wrong. You know you wasn't trying to mess nobody up. You know you wasn't trying. You know you was moving with great intention. Great intention. And that's all that matters. Don't make assumptions. Don't make assumptions, right? Literally, don't make no assumptions. Where can I find this book? Amazon, 4 Agreements, right? Don't make no assumptions. Just be in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Be impeccable with your word. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Follow through. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to actually read through this book again. But the 4 Agreements. Okay? Four Agreements. Okay. Mastery. Now here is a very good book. This is a very good book I recommend. Listen, I've read this book about 5-6 times. 5-6 times. Like, I love this book. So the reason why I recommend Mastery is because everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a desire. Everybody has a dream. Everybody has something that they want. This is pretty easy to read. Everybody has something that they want in their career, right? This is Robert Greene. Now, this is what you need to understand. Talent is, of course, talent. But understand that people aren't born with this miraculous talent. You know what I'm saying? People aren't born with it. You got to understand that. Don't make people make you think that, oh, you got to be born with this stuff. You got to be like chosen with this stuff. Because the truth is, you're only chosen when you choose to choose yourself. You're only chosen when you say you're chosen. Like Matrix and Neo. You're not the one unless you say you're the one. Unless you believe you're the one. You see how that works? You can't ever see yourself as the one if you don't believe yourself as you're the one. You won't ever see yourself as the chosen one unless you say that you're the chosen one, unless you claim it, right? Unless you claim it. So the reason why I recommend this book, Mastery, is because honestly, I feel like if you are somebody who's really trying to become a master at something, like Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson level talent on something, if you are a creative, if you are an artist, this is the book that you need, bro. Like the stuff that he says, he talks about your child, your inner child being your level of creativity. It teaches you how to be creative. It teaches you literally the science of creativity and how to get to that most creative part of yourself, right? So for example, they talk about look, let me tell you something. Let me read a little bit of this, because this is a great one. Here we go. Sheesh. Look how much our freaking right? So here we go. Basically in this beginning part, right? It talks about basically I feel like this book is like for the geniuses. Like if you truly feel yourself to be a genius in what you do, if you truly feel yourself to be a genius in what you do, a pure talent at what you do, this is the book for you. This is the book for you. Period. Right? So I'm just trying to find some quotes that I can read to y'all, right? We imagine that creativity and brilliance just appears out of nowhere, the fruit of natural talent, or perhaps a good mood or an alignment of the stars. It would be an immense help to clear up the mystery, to name this feeling of power, to examine its help to examine its roots, to define this kind of intelligence that leads to it, and to understand how it can be manufactured and maintained. So that brilliance is not the name is called mastery, yo. The name is called mastery, bruh. Brilliance isn't something that is just born upon someone. You know what I'm saying? Brilliance is not born upon someone. Brilliance is literally like growth. It's working on that, right? So let's call this sensation mastery. The feeling that we have a greater command of reality, other people, and ourselves. Although it may be something that we only experience for a short while, masters of their fields. Okay. Although it might be something we experience for only a short while, for others, masters of their field, it becomes their way of life, their way of seeing the world. Such masters include Leonardo da Vinci, Napoleon Bonaparte, Charles Darwin, Thomas Edison, and Martha Graham, and many others, right? So, excuse my speech. Maybe I need to go get me a blue crystal. Excuse my speech. My mind is just moving faster than my mouth, okay? So, basically, this is saying that these people who we consider geniuses have basically gone through steps that have allowed them to become genius. Is it okay to send you gifts? Of course, if you want to. But listen, I truly feel like I'm a genius at what I do. Period. I feel like I'm a genius at what I do. At the age of 12 years old, 11 years old, I was jailbreaking iPhones. I was creating websites. So I felt like listen to the way that I talk and the way that I articulate myself. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. Like, not to be like, oh, this is like, no. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if you resonate with me and you feel like the same way as me, then I feel like this is a great book for you to read. Like, I feel like we all have the ability to be geniuses. We all have the ability to, be freaking highest conscious in the world. But it's all about our work ethic and how we're putting it in. And, this book talks about being okay with the 10,000 hours. You have to be patient. Gary Vee talks about that too. You have to be patient. A lot of people will look at me and be like, Sticks, how did you do it so fast? And I'm going to be like, what do you mean? What book is it that I just got in mastery? They're Sticks, how did you do it so fast? How did you blow up so fast? How did you do what you did so fast? What do you mean, how did I do it so fast? I've been trying to get subscribers on YouTube since I was 11 years old. I've been, you know what I'm saying? I've been playing the piano and doing my own singing lessons since I was 15 years old. So what do you mean, how is it happening so fast? It's not happening so fast. You know what I'm saying? I've been running Facebook pages and Instagrams and learning about marketing since I was 14 years old. So it's like, you know, you got to understand that there's levels to this, and you got to take those levels. But the main thing is about commitment. When you commit to it, then you can become a genius at what you do. Look at Kobe Bryant. A lot of these people are not talented, but they put in the work. And I'm not talking about Kobe. I'm not talking about Kobe. I'm talking about in general. There are a lot of people that are not talented, but they put in the work. So therefore, that allowed them, and that made up for that. And they became geniuses because they did the work. I'm so glad to hear that, Ruby. That's my goal, literally, to help people get to a higher frequency. That's the reason. That's my intention for this. That's my intention. My intention is when you come here, you're going to feel empowered when you leave. That's what my intentions is. When you come to Sticks, you feel empowered when you leave. Thank you, Sean. Right? So, literally, and it also talks about, thank you for the donation. This also talks about how it connects you to your intuition. People don't realize that creativity is a spiritual thing. Music is a sacred thing. This is all a creative thing. So it's crazy because this book talks about the inner child. This book talks about the imagination. This book talks about the intuition, right? So think about this. This book can greatly explain why people like Michael Jackson was a genius. Michael Jackson was a genius, first because he put his 10,000 hours in, but second because he had a childlike personality. The book is called Mastery. So because he had a childlike personality, it allowed him to be curious in his creative endeavors, right? Because a lot of times, let's say we're trying to make a song or whatever. When we go outside our range and be like, what's this? Oh, that sound cool. And now you got a banger. And now you got a banger. Salty banana. And now you got a banger. You see what I'm saying? So you see, yes, let your inner child be creative. Because think about it. As a child, you were writing books. You was making comics. You had your own bank. You had your own playhouse. You was doing it all. You was living out scenarios. You was an actor, a musician, a doctor, all in one day. Right? So, you know. So look, think about it like this. As children, we had some of this intuitive power and spontaneity, which is being spontaneous. Sometimes you got to allow yourself to be spontaneous. Ooh, I know that message hit for somebody. Sometimes you just got to be a little bit spontaneous in your creative. Yes, I do write notes in my books. Because guess what? Imagine I don't have my journal, but I got the book. Right? So sometimes you need to just be a little bit spontaneous. Just be a little bit spontaneous, right? So it says right here, masters return to this childlike state, their works displaying degrees of spontaneity and access to the unconscious, but a much higher level than the children, right? So think about this, right? I'm about to break this down. Listen to me, okay? You ready? And make sure if you have a friend that's an artist, send this to your friend that's an artist, right? Masters, wait, hold on. I'm going to give y'all a minute because I'm talking to the creatives especially, right? So if you have a friend that is a creative, that's an artist, a musician, a painter, a clothing designer, anything, send this live to them right now. I'm going to give y'all 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, cool. Make sure y'all sharing this to y'all friends, right? Here we go. Masters return to this childlike state. Their workings display degrees of spontaneity and access to the unconscious, but a much higher level than the child. Right? I'll say you be skipping them seconds. So listen, and I'm going to quote Michael Jackson. So this is for my creators. If you had just been sent this live, it's because you are a dope creative and your friend wants you to have some new advice and messages about creation and being more creative, telling you the science of creativity. So here it is, right? Michael Jackson said, you have to get out of the way when it comes to creating the song, creating the artwork, creating the piece, creating the dance. You got to get out of the way. And what this means is you have to allow spirit, you have to allow your subconscious mind to create this. Literally, what he's saying is Your ideas are not yours. Your ideas are not something that you created. Your ideas are from the realm of spirit, God, or whatever you want to say, right? So because that means that your ideas are going to come from your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind is connected to the universe. It's how you hear the universe. When you hear those little go this way, that's your subconscious mind, right? So think about it. The child, when you allow your inner child to be creative, you're allowing your subconscious mind to be open. That's why kids say whatever be on their mind, because their subconscious mind is just open. That's why kids learn fast, because their subconscious mind is just open. But the more and more you grow older, you obviously see people are trying to trick you. So you close yourself off to what you believe. You don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I am writing a book. I appreciate that, Chloe. I appreciate that so much. I am writing a book, though. So, so you just got to understand that it's about opening that inner child. So if you need to do some inner child work, do some inner child work. Okay, so as children, we had so wait, hold on. Let me go up a little bit more. Let me go up a little bit more. The human relies instead on thinking and what? Okay. The human relies instead on thinking and rationality to understand its environment. But such thinking can be slow, and in its slowness can become ineffective. So much of our observations, internal thought process tends to disconnect us from the world. Intuitive powers at the mastery level, I do have a podcast link in my bio. Intuitive powers at the mastery level are a mix of the instinctive and the rational mind, right? So it is our way of making a sudden and powerful connection to the environment, to feeling or thinking inside things. As children, because children are connected to animals too. Animals are very instinctual. Animals can feel what's going on around them, right? As children, we had some of this intuitive power and spontaneity, right? Being spontaneous, right? But it's generally drummed out of us by all the information that overloads our mind over time. Masters return to this childlike state, their work displaying degrees of spontaneity and access to the unconscious, but at a much higher level than the child. Right? And I can prove this. I can prove that the inner child is very important when it comes to creativity, right? Where's that picture at? Do I have it? Where is it at? Children under 7 years old can see aura, spirits, and remember past lives naturally. This is before they go through different forms of social conditioning that holds them back. Imagine a world where these gifts are nurtured, right? So you see what I mean? Your inner child is very important. Your inner child is very important. Your inner child is what connects you to these other realms also, right? When we reach mastery, this intuition is a power at our command, the fruit of working through the lengthier process. And because the world prizes creativity, because you're here to create and evolve. You're here to manifest. Manifesting is creation. You are all alchemists, so you have to create in order to evolve, period, right? So, and because the world prizes creativity and this ability to uncover new aspects of reality, it brings us tremendous practical power as well. I'm just making sure. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. I literally just said alchemy, and alchemy shows up. Think of mastery in this way. Through history, men and women have felt trapped by the limitations of their consciousness, by the lack of their contact with the reality and the power to affect the world around them. They have sought all kinds of shortcuts to this expanded consciousness and sense of control, in form of magic rituals, trances, incantation, and drugs. They have devoted their lives to alchemy in search of the philosopher's stone, the elusive substance that's transferred all matter into gold. You see that? Do you see how synchronicities be happening in my life? Like, I literally was talking about alchemy to y'all. I looked down the page to see that they're talking about alchemy. Man, listen, man, y'all go ahead and get this book. This book is called Mastery. And make sure y'all go ahead and check out my crystal shop and go ahead and go get some crystals. Somebody said, okay, dude, your skin is so clear. I appreciate that. It's all just good energy. Right? You ever seen somebody just glowing? Yeah, that's because it's good energy. Right? It's good energy, baby. Good energy. Right? So what else we gonna talk about? All right, here's another book. It's another Robert Greene book. By the way, I love your music so much. Thank you. Here's another Robert Greene book. This book is called The Laws of Human Nature. Now, this book basically teaches you about people. How people are envious, how people get jealous, how people act, understanding why people act like that. Somebody says she is Baphomet. She is a man and woman at the same time. No. You're so smart. You're so smart, right? I'm androgynous, right? You got to understand that anything that is outside of this realm is no longer boy or girl. Everything at that point is just energy. You're so focused on my physical realm, right? And this is a lesson to people too. Focused on the physical realm, because I want people to, I'm going to use this as a teaching experience, right? So people have said, like, you know, you look like a girl, you look like a boy, right? And I'm going to get to this book. You look like a girl, you look like a boy. Yes, I'm a Libra also. So as you can see, the universe has manifested itself in me as the word balance, literally as balance. So that's why when I come into situations, I come in and I enter balance. So when you see my physical as a super balanced being, it's because you're seeing a manifestation of my internal, which is balanced. That's all. So, and think about it. Girl and boy is all just a physical body thing. Because your last life, you could have been a cat. Your last life, you could have been a guy. Like your last life, you could have been a girl. You know, it don't matter. Right? But I want people to know that. So this book is called The Laws of Human Nature, right? The Laws of Human Nature. So the Laws of Human Nature easily teaches you about how people are, period. How people are, right? So when you start to see how people really start to act, you are allowing yourself to, know how to react. Like you see, like, look, we were on the live. Anybody else would allow that to, make somebody get out of poise or act somebody, make somebody act wild, right? But when you understand why people do things, when you understand why people hate, why people act negative, why people are doing these things, you got to understand that this is out of their own lack of knowledge. This is out of their own lack of emotion. This book helps you to understand that, right? So like, let's see if I can find some stuff to talk about. So look, this is basically what the book is going to teach you, right? So first, the laws will transform you into a calmer and more strategic observer of people, helping to free you from all emotional drama that needlessly drains you, right? Second, the laws will make you a master interpreter of the cues that people continually emit, giving you a much greater ability to judge their character. So this is something that I've truly studied to the max. I remember, like, I am so good at this, I could low-key be a dating coach, for real, or a life coach, because I've studied body language, right? When people, so like, I can say something, this is how I know when something I say resonates with somebody. I'll say, you really need to do this, and I'll go, and I'll be like, yep, see? Because I've studied body language. Your body is naturally going to, this is Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. Your body is naturally going to react. It has to. You can try to mask it all you want, but your body is naturally going to react, right? So literally, I'll say something that will resonate and you'll go, yeah, man. Or when somebody asks you what's wrong and you start to break, yeah, because certain things trigger you. Certain things trigger you. Certain things trigger you. I've studied this down to the T. That's why, listen, man, I'm going to put y'all on to everything that you need to know to be successful. Everything you need to know to get to the next level. I'm going to put y'all on, whether it be spirituality, whether it be finance. Make sure y'all investing in crypto, by the way. Whether it be finance, whether it be, in your own, discernment or whatever. But, I'm putting y'all everything. I'm putting y'all on to everything. What about the 7 Hermetic Principles? I have so many videos on my YouTube about the 7 Hermetic Principles. I also have a podcast episode on the 7 Hermetic Principles. So go ahead and check that out, right? Third, the laws will empower you to take on and outthink the toxic people who inevitably cross your path, who tend to cause long-term emotional damage. Fourth, the laws will teach you the true levers for motivating and influencing people, making your path in life that much easier. I need to read this over again. Fifth, the laws will make you realize how deeply the forces of human nature operate within you, giving the power to alter your own negative patterns. My YouTube channel is in the link in my bio. Click YouTube channel. Also, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, right? So yeah. Finally, the laws will alter how you see your own potential, making you aware of higher ideal self within you that you will want to bring out. So this book is called The Laws of Human Nature. Laws of Human Nature. 48 Laws of Power. You already know this one was coming. You already know this one was coming. I'm not even going to talk too much. Yes, my music has frequencies. I'm not even going to talk too much about this, but let me just give you a quick synopsis. This is why you need to know this. You need to know what your enemy is going to do. You need to know what your enemy could potentially do. You need to know how your enemy thinks. You need to know how the evil thinks. You need to know all this stuff. You need to be aware of what your opponent or your enemy could possibly do. And what your opponent and enemy is the darkness. It's your darker self. It's your ego. It's the negative energies. Right? You need to understand how to protect yourself from that. You don't have to be offensive. You don't have to do what the book says, but you need to be defensive, meaning that when people try to pull the stuff that's in this book, you know what's going on, right? You know what's going on. You know how to maneuver, especially if you are someone that is in music industry, that is in film industry, that is in all these other industries, right? You need to know this, especially if you are in a industry or in the corporate world. You need to know this. You need to know this. Okay. The subtle art of not giving up. The subtle art of not giving up. So this book is a interesting thing. This book is an interesting thing, okay? So, I like this book because this book really teaches you how to kind of like keep your emotions in check, because it's like, it'll have you really like, you'll be out here like crying over somebody or upset about something that you really shouldn't even be worried about or upset about. Like people who have anxiety, I would really recommend this book, because this book will really have you to sit back and think, you know what? Is this really worth me getting upset for? Is this really worth my energy? Is this really worth it? Nah. You know what I'm saying? And it also teaches you to accept things. Right? Hold on. Let me get my other books. Hold on, y'all. I have a lot more other books. That are not here. But that book is called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. So, this is one of my favorite books right now at the moment that I'm reading. The Neville Collection. Right? So this book definitely breaks down about manifesting. I've talked about this video about this book so many times in all my videos on my YouTube. So if you want to learn about this book, me breaking down this book in depth, just go on my YouTube and look up videos about manifesting. So just go on my channel and look up videos where I'm talking about manifesting or creating your reality, because I'm most likely talking about this book. But this book definitely teaches you a lot. It's called The Neville Collection. This guy is a genius. It's almost like these two books really go together. So if you're into books like Think and Grow Rich, I really recommend this book. You'll love this book. You will love this book. So I guess I'll start. Okay, so this is also The Hidden Power, How to Unleash the Power of Your Subconscious Mind. This is also a book connected to, that manifesting. But the rest of these books I'm still reading. I'm not a person that reads one book at a time. I read like 4, 5, 6 books at a time, because this is something I learned from Mastery 2. The reason why I read so many books at a time, like not even so many, but like a solid 3, 4 at a time, is because what I'm doing is I'm allowing my mind to receive different topics and different information from different places. So then it allows my brain to, when I'm done and I'm resting, my brain is processing all this information and all this, work, and is now creating and putting these ideas together to create something else that is new. And that's how I get ideas. That's how I stimulate my mind, So a lot of y'all, I'll try that out if y'all want to. But yeah, man, this past week I was telling everybody about my crystal shop. The whole crystal shop is freaking sold out. But you know what? These crystals that I'm about to put on my website right now, they're not on there yet. I'm gonna wire wrap them. But if you want to be one of the first ones to get your crystals when it come, I would recommend going on the website and definitely putting your email in. Let me go ahead and show y'all Let me go ahead and show y'all some of these crystals that we got though coming in. Let me show y'all some of these crystals that we got coming in. Check out the music, man. So these are not on the website yet, but it's coming. It's coming. So one thing that I wanted to put on there was, let me show y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all what we got coming next. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. So this is Chevron Amethyst. This is Chevron Amethyst that we have. Chevron Amethyst. So this Chevron Amethyst is actually connected. So the reason why it's different is because Chevron Amethyst actually has clear quartz within it. It has clear quartz within it. You know what I'm saying? So this is actually more powerful than a regular amethyst because it has clear quartz in it. So the clear quartz actually amplifies the amethyst, right? This is rhodonite. I hope I'm saying that right. This is rhodonite. I know a lot of people was asking for it. This is rhodonite. Right? Then we have rose quartz. These are all from Zimbabwe and Zambia. So everything is ethically sourced, right? They're not on my website yet, but I do have some other crystals on my website if you want to grab some. Now, listen, y'all gonna love this carnelian. Ooh, I know this one gonna sell out so fast. So make sure y'all go to my website and put y'all email in. So this carnelian is going to sell so fast. Look at this carnelian. This is going to sell so freaking fast. Look at it. These are going to be wire wraps. So they're going to be necklaces. Right? I have regular tumbled carnelian on my website if you want some. But go ahead, check out the crystal shop if you want to go copy something. But these will be dropping very soon, maybe this week. Just be ready. I want to show y'all how beautiful. Look at this. What does putting your email do? So when you go to my website and you put your email, you basically allow yourself to know what crystals are in stock before everyone else because my crystals sell out very fast. So unless you want to see these crystals sell out and you not get one, then, don't put your email in. But I'm just showing you. Look at this one. Druzy. Y'all better put y'all email in and y'all phone numbers because when I tell you they're going to sell out, they're going to sell out fast. So this is fire quartz right here. This is rose quartz. This is fire quartz. Do you ship to the UK? I ship everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So these are the crystals that, we got coming in soon. So y'all be prepared for that. These were the last ones that just sold out. Are the amethysts going to be wire wrapped? Yes, there's going to be wire wrap of everything. But I ship everywhere. But these are the ones that sold out. And here's a way to see and prove that my crystals are real. First of all, look at the color of them. A lot of rose quartz are extremely way too pink. The rose quartz be way too pink. This is how your rose quartz needs to look, right? As you can see, you can still see the mountain, like the actual rock that this crystal came from. You get what I'm saying? You see how this amethyst is not super purple, saturated purple, even has brown within it. Look on the back, you can see the mountain that it came off of, right? A lot of these crystals, and then you can see there's residue on my hands. That's how you know it's a real crystal. A lot of these crystals look way too pretty because they're doing extra stuff to it, right? I've also added some wire wrap to my website. Y'all can go ahead and check the website. I've added some wire wrap to my website. I think all of these are sold out, but I do have some wire wrap on my website. So you can guys go ahead and get your crystals and things like that. These were the carnelian that I have. Where's the wire wrap one? Oh, okay. So these are the type of carnelian that I have on my website right now. These are also wire wrapped on the website if y'all want to go ahead and get some. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I be putting people on to my and it's crazy because some of these crystals, like, they sell out literally the same day that I put them up, and it be a little wild. I won't lie. Let me show y'all some of my crystals though. Let me show y'all some of my crystals that I keep for myself, right? When are they on the website? You got to put your email in the website. Go to the website and put your email in, right? So this is my actual crystal that I have. This is pink tourmaline. This is pink tourmaline. This is good for the heart chakra. This is for the heart chakra, right? This is my favorite one so far right now. This is moss agate. This is moss agate. I wasn't really going to put really like big crystals on the website because they were really kind of like, they were going to be expensive. But if y'all want me to start putting some like bigger exotic crystals on the website, I will. But make sure y'all check out the crystals on the website though. Link in the bio, click crystal shop. Link in the bio, click crystal shop. But, all right, y'all, I'm about to head out. Y'all go check out my song. Follow me on Instagram. I love y'all, and I'm out.